The Flash started out as a comic book character, and now has advanced to his own TV series. Following these two venues, we will all get better acquainted with the fastest man alive when Ezra Miller plays him in Justice League 2017. Forensic scientist Barry Allen received his powers when a freak bolt of lightning struck the chemicals in his lab and connected him with the Speed Force. With powers enabling him to travel the speed of light, the Flash is one of the most likable and greatest heroes in the DC Universe. However, he's not the only man to have held this title, and with the stories involving everything from time travel to stolen children, the Flash is one of the most interesting DC characters too. And here you will find 10 things you didn't know about the Flash. But before we get started, we put out new videos every week, so be sure to hit that subscribe button for more great content. He beat Quicksilver in a race. The Flash and Quicksilver have often raced to see who's faster. When Marvel and DC paired up against each other, the Flash lost in the Marvel Universe because he was cut off from the Speed Force. But when it comes down to it, he indeed is faster of the two. Quicksilver is incredibly fast, but he tends to max out around 4 or 5 times the speed of sound. The Flash, on the other hand, can reach the speed of light and even break through time, so he has the clear advantage. He was once mashed up with the Ghost Rider. In the 90s, both DC and Marvel Comics were struggling in terms of sales, and we see them trying to cross over, mashing characters together to create entirely new ones. The whole thing was a stunt, but what happened to the Flash was particularly unexpected. In this crossover version, the Flash was mixed up with the Ghost Rider to become Speed Demon, and there was actually 3 versions of this lame new character. It all pretty much failed, and it all came down to how unbelievably bizarre this whole new thing was. Barry Allen and Johnny Blaze became Blaze Allen, for example. While this crossover had some good points, this wasn't one of them. He can time travel. Using the cosmic treadmill, yep, that's actually a thing, and his incredible speed to run, sometimes beyond the speed of light, the Flash is able to move through time, which helped guide him to the correct place in time. In the pre-Crisis comic books, the treadmill also could transport beings of the DC Universe between dimensions to multiple Earths, but it was damaged during the Crisis story arc. If the TV show failed, Barry Allen would have joined Arrow. Barry Allen, aka The Flash, was introduced in a 2-part episode of Arrow, planning to bring him back later that same season for a backdoor pilot leading to him starring in his own series. Deciding instead to give the Flash his own pilot, they scrapped those ideas, confident that the chances of his success were great, but had he not broken rating records for the CW, that would have been the last viewers would have seen of the character. According to those involved with both shows, the Flash would have become a reoccurring star in Arrow, which would have changed that series a lot. He started the Silver Age of comics. In 2011, DC Comics rebooted their comic books because of how confusing DC Universe had become. The Flash was the first example of freshening up their characters, receiving a new look and more youthful of his 1950s character. A number of others would soon also get makeovers, including Batman, Superman, and Green Lantern. This 1956 relaunch ushered in what would become known as the Silver Age of comics, all thanks to Barry Allen. There's been more than one Flash. Barry Allen wasn't the first Flash, and he was far from the last following his apparent death. Wally West was originally introduced as Barry's sidekick, but the youngster aged quite quickly, so that he could become Barry's replacement after his disappearance. Wally served as the Flash for years, and depending on how old you are, is in fact the Flash that you know. Bart Allen, Barry's grandson from the 30th century, also became the Flash, while Wally's kids also got involved with the family business of speeding at one point. This was all scaled back when Barry returned. He's killed a few times. It may not be very heroic to kill, but Barry Allen has killed as the Flash. However, it seems that the murder of the Reverse Flash was actually an accident more than an intentional kill. While the Flash was trying to prevent the villain from killing another of his brides, he accidentally broke Reverse Flash's neck, which was bad luck for him. Speed reading. Not only the Flash's body and muscles function on a much faster level than normal, The speed of his neurons in his brain and nervous system are able to obtain insane amounts of information very rapidly. It only takes seconds to read all the books in a library, but it is unable to retain the information for a long period of time. Flash TV series has some interesting ties to the 90s one. Despite the fact that the Flash's 90s TV series was very short-lived, it's fondly remembered by fans and has developed a following as a result. Casting star John Wesley Shipp as Barry Allen's father and bringing back Amanda Pays to play the same character, Dr. Tina McGee, but getting Star Wars actor Mark Hamill to replace the role of the Trickster definitely helped. He's faster than Superman. Comic book fans have spent years debating over who's faster, the Flash or Superman, even though Barry Allen has been called the fastest man alive. Starting the debate was DC Comics, who over a number of years set up races between the two heroes, only for them to be called off at the last minute because of supervillain attacks. However, the question was answered once and for all when Barry Allen easily managed to outpace the Man of Steel. The Speed Force just gives the Flash a clear advantage, and while Superman can nearly keep up with the Justice League ally, he definitely can't beat him. So that's our list for this week. What did you think of it? Comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe and like for more great content.